Wilson Morales from Black Film and TV. Ariana, it's good to see you.
You too. It's been a minute since we last spoke, right?
Yeah, but not so long because you're always working. And obviously, from the prom to this, and you got something else coming up down the road, what goes into saying yes to the project you take and taking on this role of Emma?
I gosh, I was excited when they offered me this part. I read the first couple of episodes and I just thought it was really exciting to see a musical vehicle take on this idea of, identifying these stereotypes and tropes and calling them out,
Hmm.
taking accountability for them, and then showing why they're outdated and moving on. Like I thought that was really great. This idea that um, we can talk about change and why it's good through a musical vehicle, right? I just thought it was funny and palatable and poignant. So I was really excited to be a part of it.
You get to work with Keegan. You didn't have much to do in a prom, but together now you're paired together. What was it
Right.
like? Obviously, you now know each other from the previous meeting.
Yeah, I am so madly in love with Keegan-Michael Key as an artist and a human. I just think he's the greatest. We had a great time on the prom. But we did talk about it frequently. He was like, "Gosh, the last time we did this, you were like 17." And I was like, "Aha, on screen though." Um, and I would frequently joke him about, I was like, "Well, the last dance party you had was Meryl Streep. How am I ever going to live up to that?" It's like you had a really full dance card, my friend. Um, but we had a great time, and he's such a giving scene partner that I felt like he really made me better in a way. And I was really grateful to have that experience with him. So,
When you do a musical, one thing's expected is to sing it, but then when you have to perform, and like you did on your scene, when you're on top of the chair in a classroom with people, you know, obviously, strangers to doing that because you've done it on stage, but when you're being shot for film, do you have to do as many takes to get it right?
I will say there's one shot in With All of Your Heart where you see me and my students dancing on our desks, and we did that in one shot. I could not believe it. I was so ready to go again. I'm like, we're going again, right? And they're like, no, we got it. And I was like, did you really get it? Or are you joking me? Are you joking me? And we did. We got it in one shot. And I think that's a testament to diligent rehearsal, right? I think there is this interesting concept in Hollywood sometimes that musicals don't need to be rehearsed as much. And I think that's very wrong.
Yes.
I think that's very, very wrong. Um, that you need the rehearsal, you need the attention to detail, and what I really liked about the Schmigadoon process, which is similar to the West Side process, is that your director, your cinematographer, your DP, and your choreographer are in the room working in tandem to make sure that they have a game plan for how they're shooting these numbers, and it's really important, and that's what makes magic on screen for all of us to enjoy.
Obviously, you've got a project coming up down the road that's based on an old, from the old era. Your
Sure.
character is based from the old era. How much of a fan are you of musicals from the 50s and the 60s?
I'm a huge fan. I think, sure, culturally and maybe societally, some things that were acceptable at the time would not be acceptable today. But you can't deny the magic of what is happening on your screen, right? I mean, they took musicals to a different level. They transported their audiences. There's no denying the brilliance of Gene Kelly and Singing in the Rain, or Barbara Streisand and Hello Dolly for that matter. Like, thought she did an incredible job. What I will say is I'm really excited that there are more faces like mine being included in the conversation and in the making of musicals these days. It's certainly time for more inclusion. But it filled my heart with such, warmth and hope to know that no, we're doing it. It's happening. It's uh it's really thrilling. Yeah.
And it's happening indeed. Well, Ariana, obviously, we'll talk again. Hopefully, I'll see you in person. If not, it's always good
Mhm.
talking to you. Have fun. Stay safe wherever you're at. Take care of yourself.
You too. Thanks, Wilson.